Well, President Michelle, fellows, friends of Rotary, it's a real delight to be here. And in due course, when I've come to induct a new member, that's one of the proudest and the most significant things that anybody in Rotary, whether they're a president or a visiting district officer, can ever do. It's a charming thing. I've come to understand Michelle. When she says jump, I always say how high. So here I am. She mentioned that I'd visited probably 60 plus clubs. In reality, during that year, with all the other civic functions and trips across different continents and other things, I actually made 266 official visits. Wow. Now I can tell you that I started by counting what the menu was. When I got to meeting number 100, and 79 of them have been chicken, I stopped counting. It was chicken was clearly going to be the winner. It's so nice. I mean, I've known Lawrence for a long time, but I haven't seen him for a little while, and I know now because he's been poorly, and what a pleasure it is to see him here to celebrate his birthday. It's interesting that you thought to give him a present that bore the same name as Rotary, a Rotary watch. You think yourself lucky, it could have been a Rotary washing line.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, tomorrow is another significant birthday. It's the birthday of Rotary. In 1905, on February the 23rd, that's when the germ of Rotary kicked in. 4 young men, led by Paul Harris, formed a little group, a tiny group of only 4, and they started to meet in each other's offices. Hence the name Rotary. They rotated around their offices, but just grew and grew like topsy. And soon there were so many people in the city of Chicago, where it all started, that it developed and pulled together quite a reputation. They were valuable to the city, they were valuable to each other, and of course the rest is almost history. The next club that was formed was in San Francisco, and it spread across America. The first club outside of America was Winnipeg in Canada, and then in 1911 it came pretty much at the same time to both Dublin and London. Both those clubs fight over who was the first, but it's generally considered that London was chartered first, so they claim that. And then it spread out across the United Kingdom. And now, from that little tiny start, we've got nearly 1.3 million members. We've got 34,000 clubs across the world. We've got 1,800 clubs are in the British Isles. It's a huge thing. We cover 200 countries. And being a member of Rotary, I mean, the Rotarians who are listening to me will have heard this in different ways said in previous speeches and the like. But for those who are not in Rotary, just think on this. You have the badge. You're a member of Rotary, the Rotary Club of Hendon in this case. It matters not. You can walk into the Rotary Club of New York, Chicago, as we have, Hawaii, Kuala Lumpur. You're as welcome there as you are in your own club. It's a wonderful organisation with friendship at its base. One of our past Rotary International presidents, a man called Rick King, was asked to put together a list of 20 attributes that he thought were significant for Rotarians. And it wasn't until he got down to number 20 that he'd included the words Rotary projects. Sure, we do a lot of projects. No. At the very top, above all sorts of things like character, stamina, all those things, one word at the top was friendship. He said, without the friendship, that's the cement that keeps it all together, there's no point in it. And he was absolutely right. So I don't want to give you a whole long lecture. That's not what I'm here for. I just want to buzz about and talk about a couple of little things that might interest you, and then welcome into the club your new member. When I joined Rotary in this district in 1981, we had about 4,300 members, 108 clubs, if you can imagine that. Now we're much smaller. There are reasons for that. London has changed so dramatically over that short 3 decades. People move more. The demands on people's work time is so much more intense. In those days, we all had lunchtime clubs. Nobody can take 2 hours, 2.5 hours off now for lunch as they used to be able to. So things have changed. And we have less members. I like to think we still have the quality and we still